This is better than anything for us over here. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And Jennifer, it was an unexpected surprise. I'm sorry you weren't on the screen, but it's better to see you in real life anyway. Again, we have a question line over here, so watch the people run this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do have a question to start off with you guys. Have any of you, either before or just after you got the parts, or even since, read the actual Dexter books?
Yeah, I read the first one. I read the first one as soon as I got cast. We were told not to read them, right? We were told not. When they said not to read the second. Because, I don't know. Anyway, I read the first one. It was really good.
Yeah, I definitely read it. I'm not sure at what point in the process, but I read through it a couple times because that first season, and especially that first episode, is very much based on that first book, so it was really helpful.
Absolutely.
I read it.
Awesome. Did you read the further books in the series?
I didn't, because I knew the characters diverged from those stories.
Yeah,
so
there's
I just
definitely
thought
some
it would
different storylines.
Scramble my brain.
Not all. Is there a storyline that you read in a further book that you wish had happened?
It was about a decade ago.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Spoiler alert, but I think Rita is still alive in the books.
Yeah,
I like that storyline.
I think we all like that storyline. All right, well, we're going to start with the first question over here.
Hi guys, thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate it. Question for everybody: what was your favorite season of Dexter to work on? And also follow-up for Michael: was Patrick Bateman a name you used for on the Animal Tranquilist? Was that something you came up with, or was that something that was scripted into the series?
That was something the writers did. Yeah, I wasn't involved, but yeah, for me, I think I would have to say the first season was my favorite. It was like before it was released to the world, it was just a sort of little secret that we all were sharing together. I mean, there were amazing seasons after that, but the experience of shooting it, that was pretty magic.
I agree. The first season was great, and then also the third, because Lithgow was just incredible.
That was four.
Making sure you're paying attention.
I'll say the fourth season was my least favorite. No, I agree with Jennifer and Michael. Season one was just magical. I mean, we spent like 3 weeks in Miami, and we shot the pilot in Miami. That was fun. So there was something really special about season one, and I really loved season one Rita. She was like this wounded bird that I just fell in love with.
Quick follow-up, Julie, did you have problems taking baths after?
Let's just say I don't have a bathtub in my house.
Okay, good to know.
Got rid of it.
All right, our next question.
My question is for Michael. We saw a lot of intense kill scenes throughout Dexter. How did you get in the mindset of a serial killer, and how did that affect your mental health?
It was easy. We
have doors back there. Anyone wants to run out?
No, I mean, in a way, playing that character who spends so much time hiding who he really is, those scenes were actually kind of cathartic, because then I got to just be myself, you know? But I think, you know, it's a ritual, and we all have things we'd like to do away with in our life, so you just sort of endow that person with something you'd like to kind of do away with. It doesn't have to be, I'm not inclined to kill people, thankfully. I'm not afflicted with that. But there are things I'd like to get rid of in the world, so I would just sort of endow that person with a thing I'd like to get rid of it, and I'd get rid of it. You know, like world hunger.
Black licorice, you know, that'd be
Yeah,
good.
black licorice.
All right, our next question.
Hi, I just gotta say before I ask my question, in my CHS film class, I made a reenactment of the Dexter opening, and like it got me an A+. So Showtime is planning on making a large variety of spin-offs of the Dexter universe. None are cemented yet. Is there a project you would like to see / be in returning in the titular role, whether it be as Harrison's Dark Passenger or a young Dexter played by yourself? Any ideas you would personally would like to be involved with?
I do not think it would be a good idea for me to play a young Dexter at this point. That ship sailed even before we started shooting the show. But I'm open to the possibility of being involved. It's all kind of theoretical at this point. But I'm curious to see what they come up with.
All right, our next question over here.
Okay, on Monday, my beautiful wife, we live in Brazil, said, "Hey, guess what's happening in Pittsburgh? Can we go?" The Dexter cast will be there. How do you say no to that question when you love your wife? And it's been priceless. But this is her question. She's a little shy, and she wanted to know, of all the characters on the show that have been involved, other than on stage, who is your favorite to have worked with, and why?
David Zayas. He's just such a he's just a teddy bear. He's just so kind and authentic and honest and supportive and all the great adjectives.
I liked working with the baby. We had multiple babies, and we had some that weren't very good, and then we had that one baby. Remember that was really good, the one twin.
Yeah.
That baby was bad.
One was really good and one was like not good.
No, the one that wasn't good was the one that was crying when I was dead. That was the bad. I don't want to say bad baby. That was the crying baby. The other one though was so fun to watch on set.
David Zayas.
Oh man, John Lithgow he was a hero of mine, as an actor, and obviously phenomenal performance, but as a human being, he was just so great, and he just had such a sense of just play, it was all just sort of fun, like we would do. Remember that scene where Trinity breaks his son's pinky? Yeah. Like we would do that scene and those scenes that day in that house, and we would just break into laughter afterwards because it was all so twisted and insane. But there was such a sense of just playfulness about it with him, and so I definitely put him on the list.
But also everybody else too.
Yeah, everybody else too.
Not playing favorites, that's good. Next question.
I wrote my message down so I couldn't get tongue-tied here. But in New Blood, as Dexter is being plotted and unfolds in the last couple of episodes, Batista's on his way to Iron Lake. As much as I love the ending of New Blood, I wish there would have been a scene of Batista right in front of Dexter as he knows who Dexter really is. Was that ever talked about when the script was being written, having a face-to-face with Dexter and Batista?
It wasn't talked about, but I'm with you. I would love, I think it would be cool to have some, this is not a pitch or anything that would ever happen, but like a parallel universe where all the different possibilities are realized, and I think that scene between Dexter and Batista would be pretty phenomenal, but they didn't talk about it.
I actually think in New Blood, a lot of the evidence against you was circumstantial. You could have just stayed and beat the charges.
Yeah.
Oh well, parallel universe. Our next question.
So, hello, Michael, Jennifer, Julie. Wonderful to have all three of you with us today. All right, so my two-part question is, for all three